Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what guidance the universe has to help you clear any negative or stagnant energy that's blocking your money manifestations. We did a reading recently on this channel, I believe this is the last one that went up on this channel, on who or what is blocking your money manifestations at this moment. So if you want to check that out before or after this reading, I will link that video in a card above for you now. This reading that we're doing today will be more on how to clear those blocks. So use that other video to identify where the blocks are, and then this one to get some guidance on how to actually clear them. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this message. And as we dive into this reading together, as always, remember that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks that I have for you to pick from today. So a couple of notes for you before we dive in. First, pre-order is currently open for our next print run of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to reserve your copy and get it as soon as possible once it starts to ship, the link to pre-order is in the description and pinned comment below. I created this deck specifically for use in abundance and money or success readings because there just weren't many or any out there that I could use for that. So if you want to be able to get the guidance you need at any time to manifest more abundance into your life, then this deck is for you. Second, if you want support in rewiring your subconscious and conscious mind and your external reality around money so that you can manifest more abundance into your life, you are absolutely welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I created this low-cost membership to be a place where you can find all of the resources, support, and community you need to manifest more wealth into your life. And starting May 1st, we are doing a 21-day money negativity detox challenge inside of the membership. Every challenge, honestly, that we do in the membership, so many people who participate have phenomenal results. Like this last month with the one we're just wrapping up now, or we just wrapped up with our challenge, people were manifesting an extra $10,000 in a month, moving into their dream homes, getting new jobs, and just feeling more calm around money. So I can't wait to see what manifests for the members from this coming challenge in May. So if you want to be part of it, come check out the membership. I would love to get to personally connect with you there. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. Now, last note before we go through all of our decks and crystals here so that you can pick yours, I do not offer private readings outside of the Wealth Vibe membership. So please do not be scammed by anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me. I will never message you and ask you to pay me for a reading. Now, let's run through the decks and their crystals so that you can pick your reading if you haven't already. So we have deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. If you like to pick by crystal, I'll give you a quick close-up of each of them if that helps you get clarity on which pile or piles you are most intuitively drawn to. So for deck 1, we have Malachite and Azurite. For deck number 2, we have Peacock Ore. For deck number 3, we have Kiwi Jasper. And for deck number 4, we have Black Tourmaline. Now we will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one deck is calling to you. That just means that there is guidance for you in each of those readings. So if you need to, pause the video, take however long you need to choose which deck or decks are just calling to you, which you just have that intuitive pull toward, and then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever deck or decks you are called to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you clear and protect yourself from any negative or stagnant energy that's blocking your money manifestations. If you want to identify what is blocking your money manifestations, the last reading that went up on my channel before this one does just that. Now, in case you missed it at the beginning of the video, I do want to mention real quick that we are doing a 21-day money negativity detox challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership this coming month. So if you want to join me and right now over 150 members in the Wealth Vibe to get that extra support to eliminate whatever is blocking you internally or externally from the wealth you desire, then be sure to click the link in the description or pinned comment below to come join in for the challenge and get access to all of the amazing benefits inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I'm really excited to personally do this challenge because it's something I did years ago at the beginning of my money journey, and it had such amazing results for me, especially as I started scaling my business and making big jumps in my income that I just don't think would have been possible if I didn't do this practice that I'm going to share with you all for the May challenge inside of the membership. I couldn't have done the quantum leaps. I couldn't have done the big shifts from 2K months to 20K months if I hadn't cleared this negativity, detoxed it. So I am really excited to revisit this practice to help myself continue to up level, and then to also share it with everyone in the membership. So the challenge starts on May 1st. So if this calls to you, if you want to be part of the challenge or just part of the membership, don't wait to dive in and start getting acquainted with the membership if it calls to you. All right, let's dive into your reading now to get any of that stagnant or negative energy around money cleared for you. So we will start shuffling. I just want to jump right in with, we're going to start with looking at how you can clear any negative or stagnant energies around money. So again, this is whether these energies are coming from other people or from your own subconscious beliefs, right? Again, we talked about all that in the last video on this channel of where the negative or stagnant energy might be coming from, where the money blocks are for you. But I want to get some guidance on how deck one can clear any of those negative stagnant energies around money. And then we'll talk more about like protecting your energy to keep it high vibe and positive and keep that point of attraction where you want it after we do this first message for you. So let's see what we have. This card flew right out. Ooh, Cosmic Celebration. So perfect. So what I'm seeing for you right off the bat, deck one, is that the universe is saying to make a more celebration practice. So when I say celebration practice around money, it's interesting because oftentimes we think we have to wait to celebrate around money. We have to wait to celebrate like until something good happens, something worth celebrating, right? Especially it's like you have to wait to celebrate until you get that job or you get the promotion or the raise or you sign that client or you hit that milestone income in your business or in your career or in your checking account or whatever it is. We often think that we have to wait to celebrate, but the universe is saying that for you, how you're going to be able to start to clear negative energies in your life or that stagnant energy around money, wherever it's coming from, is by starting to celebrate now. So celebrate what you already have. This is a little bit like a gratitude practice, but it's a little bit different. It's not about, just being grateful for what you have. It's about celebrating the abundance you already have. And more than that, because we're talking about money and the energy and flow of money in your life, deck one, the universe specifically is guiding me to share with you that it wants you to celebrate like every little thing about money in your life. So celebrating when you have money to pay the bills, right? Even if it's just the minimum or it's a bill you don't really like paying or something like, but how can you turn that into a celebratory experience, right? Also celebrating just when your normal paycheck hits your bank account, that's a cause for celebration because it could have not have. There could have been some issue with the bank. It could have been delayed. It could have, you could have been laid off. You still have a job, right? It's like celebrating every bit of money that comes your way and everything that money allows you to do. When you start doing that, if you look for even just one thing to celebrate about money each day, you're going to start to see your energy shift. And the interesting thing is too, with celebration, you cannot stay indefinitely in a stagnant or negative energy around money if you're celebrating, right? Like the two things they can't coexist, right? So the more that you start celebrating, the more that that any negativity that you have around money, like internally, externally, and that negative energy that's around you around money is going to start to be banished, right? It's going to start to be dissolved. It can't coexist with the energy of celebration around money. Now, when I say celebrate, my guides are telling me give them an example of celebration, right? Because again, this is slightly different than gratitude. You will probably feel grateful as you're celebrating, right? But celebration in this context, the universe is saying, and my guides are telling me, is more about doing something to show your gratitude for the money you have, right? So celebrating could be having a quick little mini dance party when you make a sale in your business, even if it's a small one, right? It could be, putting on your favorite song and dancing around for 3 minutes. And just being in that energy of gratitude and celebration and just joy of more money came to you, right? It could be that you pay your bills and then you make yourself like your favorite tea or a drink or, have a little treat or something like that. Those things are such small little celebrations, right? You could also celebrate if something big happens or you really want to celebrate all the good that's come to you thus far around money. You could take yourself out to a nice dinner. You could throw a little money party, right? Like sometimes my husband and I, whenever money comes in my business, I'm feeling called to share this with you, even if it's little sales, right? Like small things. But whenever money comes in, I usually, when I see it, I don't always see the notifications right away because I often have notifications turned off on my phone because I'm unplugged living my life. But when I do see it, when I check in, I tell my husband everything I've sold since the last time I checked in. I usually check in on my sales like once or twice a day during the week. And when I tell him, we both go, oh yeah, even if it's a small thing. And we do like a little dance. We both kind of do this funny dance sometimes. And sometimes I call it like the money dance, which it changes. Our money dance changes all the time, but it's just whatever we're feeling. But we do like a little dance, we high five, like it's a little mini celebration, right? And we make a big deal out of the littlest things. And of course, when we make big sales and things like that, we do the same thing or more, but it's the same amount of excitement, gratitude, joy that we intentionally cultivate no matter what amount comes in, right? So I felt called to share that with you, just to show you how it's a practice you can have, and it's something that the more you do it, the more you let yourself get excited, even about what you already expect to come in, or what typically comes in, or small amounts coming in. Even if you find like $1 on the ground or whatever, or a coin, it's like when you allow that to become the way you move through the world, you rewire yourself. I know I'm talking a lot about this one practice, but this is like the card that flipped over for you when I was shuffling. And it's just the one that wanted to come out first. And I think it's the biggest message is that for you, I see a lot of this being like the key thing to help you move that stagnant energy, get it flowing, get it out of your life around money, that negative energy. Because even when you think about if there's people around you who are being negative, or you have, you kind of feel stuck in a rut around money, which by the way, we have a video on that I will link here if you want to pick a card reading on getting out of your money rut. But the more that you start celebrating regularly, like even one thing a day to celebrate, the more that stagnant energy is going to move, the more you're going to move through whatever you're in. You can't stay, like if you think about it, you can't stay in the same exact financial situation if you change the way you look at money consistently, because you're going to start rewiring your mind, rewiring your brain to be looking for things to celebrate eventually. And then you're going to see more opportunities for money. You're going to raise your point of attraction. The energy around money is flowing. It's not stagnant or negative, right? And it's just like that. This is as a byproduct, the negativity dissolves, right? So that's a really cool practice. Sometimes I was like, oh, we're probably going to get a lot of healing cards and things like that coming out for how do people, clear any negative energy around money. But for you, it's like, just celebrate. Like, what a fun way to get to move through it. But I will also say, in the almost 6 years of doing this work with people with money mindset, manifestation, business consulting, I found that oftentimes getting ourselves to actually be able to get into that celebratory energy and state, even just for a little bit, when we're feeling like there's nothing to celebrate around money, that can often be very, very challenging. So just know that it's like, it might feel a little forced at first as you start celebrating, but then it starts to get easier and easier and become more of the norm, right? So yeah, and then we have our observer cards. So it's just saying, look for opportunities to celebrate, right? It's just some confirmation, looking for opportunities, be on the lookout for things to celebrate. Don't let yourself feel self-conscious too. Like if you're out and you find some money on the ground and you pick it up, like get excited, smile, like say thank you, universe, or like high five your friend you're with, or make a big deal about it. And don't be afraid what other people are going to think is what I'm getting. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think if you're silly for just celebrating, for being so happy at finding a coin on the ground, just a couple cents on the ground, something like that. It's like, allow yourself to get almost swept up in it and look for opportunities to make a big deal out of the money in your life, however it comes, however it flows, whatever it allows you to do or pay for, right? So just be looking for those opportunities. We have the Rogue card. Ooh, okay. So this is going to help with whenever I do see that there are you've probably been moving through some kind of unexpected changes with money that maybe at first glance felt kind of like not ideal, but then they actually ended up being a blessing in disguise, or you might not yet realize that they're a blessing in disguise, right? But I see that that's the case for a lot of you. And the universe is saying, again, the way through it is to be celebrating and looking for the silver lining, because there's actually so much abundance available to you with this card. There's a big up level available to you around money. But if you keep moving through the scenario you're in right now, or that you're about to kind of enter into, which feels like a little bit of a setback or a surprise, what's going to happen is then you're going to carry that energy through it, and that's what you'll manifest. But if you can move through this this thing that looks like a setback or like a detrimental experience around money, but you can move through it looking for reasons to celebrate, even if it's not specifically around this, but just looking for other areas of your life where you can celebrate around money, that situation is going to be cleared. It's going to be, the energy around it will start to flow in a more positive direction and more prosperous direction, and into all of the abundance that the universe is trying to open up to you and redirect you toward with this experience. So that's very cool. Doing this celebratory practice, this is really what's coming through. It's going to lead to so much transformation with you. Like, it's such a simple practice. Deck 1, just looking for like one thing a day and doing a little celebration around money each day, or even like doing a little one each day and then once a week doing like a bigger celebration, like where maybe you like, I don't know, go out to dinner, or you know, like take a bubble bath with your favorite drink or something like that. Like, do something to celebrate. It doesn't have to cost you money, right? But do something to celebrate the money, especially if you did like a big thing each week, or like a slightly bigger thing, medium thing. But at least one little thing a day, it's going to start to transform how you think about money in ways you can't even foresee. Like, you're going to experience such an inner transformation around money, and then before you know it, that inner transformation leads to an outer transformation, an outer shift in your financial reality, right? But the universe is saying, as you start to celebrate, as I mentioned before, it'll feel a little awkward at first for some of you. Keep doing it. Keep finding things that actually allow yourself to lean into it and feel silly or goofy, or just feel free and like you're having fun with it, right? And the more that you do that, it's going to work its magic on you on a subconscious level without you realizing like what it's really doing. And it's going to completely transform you and lead to a rebirth, a complete rebirth, like a new chapter in your life, a new way of being around money. This is such a fun yet powerful practice for you. That's the big guidance I was getting for you on this one, of like how to clear that energy, that stagnant energy around money, any money negativity, anything like that. Deck 1, it's really going to be, it's going to be just tuning into celebration. I'm not getting that there's any really big thing that has to be healed, any big, confrontation that needs to happen. And if there is anything like that for you to move through whatever you're experiencing with money right now, or whatever block, then the celebration is going to put you in the right energy to do that and handle it at like is the best version of yourself, basically, is what I'm getting. So really exciting guidance. This is also, I will say, because we're going to pull cards in a minute, I want to get just a couple more cards down on, see if there's any other things you need to do to clear any negative or stagnant energy around money. But I'm also getting that, like, continuing, once you do feel the money starts to flow more, you feel like you've gone through this transformation, you're able to move through scenarios very gracefully around money that maybe in the past would have triggered you, and you're able to just keep celebrating throughout, and you keep the celebratory practice. As long as you keep doing this and keep up with it, if it feels good to you, not only will it clear the negative energy, but it's something that will help you stay in the right energy, the positive energy that you want to be in around money, and prevent more negative energy from coming in the future. So that's really cool. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. But we'll talk more about like preventative or like protection practices in a moment around your money energy and your financial reality. But I want to just see if there's any other guidance around clearing any negative energy. Any other things for deck 1 to do other than celebrating? Let's see if there's anything for you. Service. Ooh, okay. The universe is saying, it's so funny because this is the Animal Apothecary deck that that Cara Elizabeth wrote, and it's just such a beautiful, or created, I should say, illustrated and wrote. And it's such a beautiful deck, especially for healing. And this is the card I pull the most from it for myself, so I like seeing it here for you too, because I've become very familiar with it. But in this scenario, it's saying that if you find that you're feeling stuck or stagnant around money, the universe is saying make sure that you are finding ways to take your focus off of how do I make more money, how do I move through this situation around money or move this energy, and actually focus more on how do I be of service to others. It doesn't have to be with money or around money, but just zooming out and having, this sense of the impact you have on the world is going to allow you to, again, move out of that negative energy. And it's going to help you also just keep any limiting beliefs at bay that say like, oh, I'm not worthy of the money I desire, or any of those self-value issues, because you're going to keep reaffirming yourself how of service you are to others. So especially if celebrating is hard, or you just want to take it to the next level, look at how you can be of more service to others in different ways, right? So that's some nice guidance for you. Let's see if there's anything else. Get out of your head. Yeah, of course. Get out of your head. Deck 1. Stop overthinking, right? Like if you find yourself kind of spiraling around money, and celebrating or being of service to others feels very out of reach, it's not doing anything, you don't feel like it's moving the energy around money, and then the universe is saying that it's important for you to just get out of your head. So any practices, like I see for some reason, like physical movement for you, for a lot of you, will probably feel really good and help you kind of like really, I want to say like intense. Don't push yourself harder than you need to physically, but like doing a physical activity that really gets you out of your head, quite literally, can be a really great way to help you reset. And then from there, start celebrating or being of service, or both, right? That's kind of like the hard reset for you is what I'm seeing. It could also be like meditation, could be some sort of breath work, things like that. But for a lot of you, just doing something physically, right? Like taking some sort of action that gets you out of your head, puts your focus on something else, kind of hits that reset button, so that you're not maybe fixated and kind of spiraling in the same thought patterns around money, or focused on the same things. Make room for more celebration and service, right? All right, let's see. I want to start to see how, because I think you have 3 really nice practices here, or, steps to take to be able to move that negative energy or that stagnant energy around money. Now, once you have the energy moving and flowing, you feel really high vibe around money. You feel like it's all flowing for you. I want to see how deck 1 can then protect their energy. How can you protect your energy? How can you keep it positive and stop any negative energy from coming in once you've done this, right? We have karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. So what you can be doing, I'm seeing like as a practical exercise for you. Once you feel like you're high vibe around money, you don't feel like there's this negativity or stagnant energy around it, you feel like that's kind of starting to move or has been cleared, something for you to do, the universe is saying once a week, or at least I'm getting more like once a month for most of you, make a kind of date with yourself to sit down and rewrite your story of what you want to manifest and what you're excited to manifest financially or career-wise. So it's kind of like doing some scripting almost. Or just writing out, making a bullet point list of like all the things you're excited to manifest that you want to work on, just to keep yourself clear on what you want. And also seeing, because over time we shift. Sometimes we think we really want enough money to buy that car, and then we start to kind of make some more money, or we sit with it long enough and we go, actually, I don't really want that car. Actually, I want enough money to do this other thing with. So staying in touch with that bigger vision, and also just kind of scripting out, like, here's what I'm manifesting, here's what I'm calling in, being very intentional, very clear with it, is going to allow you to, again, get out of your head, right? But it's going to allow you to not get caught up in the day-to-day minutia of things that might create or, encourage some of that negativity or stagnation around money. It, again, helps you zoom out and see where you're going, helps you feel excited, motivated again. Just doing it could just be bullet points, right? Journaling out that. But just revisiting that, I'm getting like once a month, right? Like making a date with yourself, 20, 30 minutes, even less, 10 minutes if it feels good to you. But just writing out all the things that you want to that you're excited to manifest. And especially things that, like you were saying, don't try to figure out how they're going to come in. Just set the intention and get excited that that's something that you're moving toward, and maybe even daydream about for a little bit and how it would feel, what it would look like. Maybe even celebrate it like you would celebrate it if it was already your reality, right? That's a really great next level way to do that. I've also pulled the Stargate Heart card for you. Heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. So again, right, how I said like doing physical exercise could get you out of your head and hit that reset button. Also doing like some heart opening exercises to like literally like opening up your heart space, your chest. So doing yoga poses that do this, things like that as a physical movement that can help hit the reset button, but also help you, kind of keep that energy out. If you do light working, bringing light into your heart center, or doing any meditations or exercises that cleanse the energy of your heart center. I feel for you, your heart, especially with our service card, right? Like your heart, you have such a big heart, and the more that we have generosity, right? Give to others, and this could be literally donating. It might be donating to your favorite nonprofit or giving money to someone in need once a week, every month, or just as you have a little extra. That might be a practice that helps you stay, feel like the money is flowing, feel like you're being of service with it. But also, this doesn't mean you have to give money to be of service, to be generous, but just looking for ways to continue to be generous, maybe even doing something regularly, whether it's volunteering some of your time or, being very generous with the attention you give people in your life, or very intentional and present with people, right? Whatever it is, with your making sure you're checking in with yourself and making sure that you have something that makes you feel that energy of generosity and you feel it in your heart center, right? That you're giving from your heart in some way, shape, or form, and making sure that that's kind of a priority in your life. Because I do get with some of these cards out here that, and especially even our Cosmic Celebration card, your big message of clearing the stagnant energy, it's like her heart is so open, right? And so the universe is saying, for you, deck one, I see the energy of money flowing through your heart center. I think that's the case for a lot of us, especially if we have big hearts, which I see you do, and you truly care about others or want to help people, whether those are people around you that you know or just the collective of humanity, but you truly do want to help. You're here to help. And so for you, focusing on clearing energy from your heart regularly that isn't yours, that isn't love, that isn't generous energy, clearing that energy out, again, with light working or some physical practices, maybe breath work, maybe visualizations, maybe tapping, maybe different healing modalities, Reiki, whatever it is for you. But making sure that you're regularly checking in on your heart. That's, for you, I see where a lot of your money energy is, at least at this point in your life and your financial journey, is that money is very tied into your heart space. And that's really interesting. I don't think I've ever channeled that guidance before in one of these readings. So that's really beautiful, that money, the flow of money, deck one, the flow of money in your life is a reflection of the flow of love and generosity going in and out of your heart space, right? So making sure that stays, that you're kind of doing regular maintenance on that, right? On the energy around your heart chakra, your heart space, doing regular maintenance on that to help make sure that, like, as long as the flow around your heart center is staying open and you're celebrating and you're constantly checking in with like that excitement of what are you truly excited to manifest, what's your big goal, what are you moving toward around money, around career, around success, as you do that, like the money will continually naturally flow. So checking in with your heart space regularly. Maybe this is part of your daily meditation or journaling, routines or your daily habits and things like that, but making sure you're checking in with that sort of stuff. And just making sure that, if you're around people or situations or environments where you feel like the energy around you feel less generous, you feel more like you don't want to open up, you feel closed off, your heart center feels closed off, that love energy isn't there, you feel devoid of it or drained when you're in certain situations or around certain people or talking about certain things or money in a certain way, then that's something to like have a little practice you can just do in your mind and your, inwardly, no matter where you are, where you check in with your heart center and just clear any of the stagnant energy, release it, maybe breathe it out, right? And just keep that energy pure and flowing. And the more you do that, the more easily celebration will come to you, the more easily be of service, the more easily that keeps all the negativity at bay. You can get excited about the big things you want. I really feel like that's such a key thing for you. Deck one. And again, my Wealthified membership, we're doing a 21-day challenge starting May 1st around detoxing the negativity in our lives around money. And this includes especially the way we engage with others around money, the way we talk about it, the different things around us that might create some of these blockages around negativity, whether it's, just in general around money or it's around your heart center, right? So, and just gums up that flow of abundant energy. That's really our natural state. So if you want to come join me for that, if you want support with this sort of stuff, definitely come join me inside the Wealthified membership. Again, we start May 1st and that link is below in the description pinned comment, but we're going to pull, I set 222 for you. So maybe even if you've been thinking about joining the Wealthified membership, this might be your sign too. Because we have twos, there are a lot of choices, right? It might be the right choice. I feel like this card really wants to flip out for you. Grab these two for you just to see if there's any last guidance for you. And what I'm pulling for here is just general guidance to send you on your way with deck one. So we have, you got the love Hidarian energy, codependency, boundaries, weight. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. So if you find yourself feeling like you're stagnant, or like situations in your life aren't working out how you want, or there's people in your life, especially I'm seeing, who are draining you, who are very negative around money, or you feel like you've been trying to move through some sort of blocks around money and it's just not working. It's like the universe is saying it's happening in its divine timing. It's happening. It's working out. You just haven't seen the physical manifestations of it yet. So just be patient, keep celebrating, keep opening up your heart center, but also making sure you're setting any clear boundaries with people in your life who, if you find that, like I said, you're around people and certain things they do or say make your heart center feel blocked up in terms of that flow of energy, that love, that abundant energy, makes it feel like it's hard for you to celebrate or feel of service, then setting important boundaries. You don't even have to tell them that it's about money, right? I'm getting that you don't even have to tell people like, hey, when I talk to you, you make me feel really negative around money, because that might not even be a thing. Maybe this is at work. Maybe it's your boss. You can't really say stuff like that. But setting healthy boundaries that will allow you to, again, flow that love energy more through your heart. You got the love. Setting those clear boundaries and allowing yourself to have the space you need, or just the boundaries in place. So just saying to people like, hey, even if it's just a one-time thing, like, I just don't have the energy right now to have this conversation, or can we have this conversation at a later time? Or maybe we could look for a solution here instead of a problem, right? Like, or instead of just talking about the problem, right? There's a lot that you can do to set boundaries in the moment, by just expressing the way you'd like the conversation to go, right? Or setting boundaries with, like, hey, when I get home from work, I don't want to talk first thing, like with your partner, about how crappy our workday was, right? Or how tight money is. Like, we can talk about that, but let's talk about something good first or after, or let's find something to celebrate, right? Like, setting boundaries so that you can protect your heart space energy, the flow of energy, and also so that you can more easily be in that space of celebration, right? So yeah, some really, really powerful guidance for you there in this reading. But that is your reading, deck one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how much these readings connect with you. It means the world to me. So comment below if you feel called to. I do appreciate it. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth by membership so you can get access to our upcoming Money Negativity Detox Challenge, plus all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there. The link for the membership is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the free exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. That link is below as well. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and just the flow of money and wealth and love and celebration through your life, deck one. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you clear and protect yourself from any negative or stagnant energy that's blocking your money manifestations. If you want to identify what is blocking your money manifestations, the last reading that went up on my channel before this one will do just that for you if you wanted to check that one out. Now, in case you missed it at the beginning of the video, I want to mention real quick that we are doing a 21-day money negativity detox challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership this coming month. So if you want to join me and right now over 150 other members in the Wealth Vibe community to get that extra support to eliminate whatever is blocking you internally or externally from the wealth you desire, then be sure to click the link in the description or pinned comment below to come join in for the challenge and just to get access to all of the just amazing benefits of the Wealth by membership. I'm really excited personally to do this challenge because it's something I did years ago at the beginning of my money journey to detox old negative patterns and situations around money from my life. And it just had such amazing results for me. And I know that if I hadn't done that at the beginning of my money journey in my business 6 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have been able to leap into 20K months. I wouldn't have been able to create a multiple six-figure business because there just would have been too much stuck energy around it, right? So I'm really excited to revisit this practice and to share it with everyone who's in the membership starting in May. So the challenge starts on May 1st. If it calls to you, don't wait to dive in and start getting acquainted in the membership. And I'd love to get to see you there. All right, we're going to move your crystal out of the way and we are going to start shuffling to see. I'm going to start with how you can clear any negative or stagnant energy that's in your life right now. Deck 2, and then later we'll move on to how to protect yourself once your energy is cleared from any stagnant energy or negative energy, so that it doesn't come back, right? You can keep up leveling. All right, we have our first cards here. Let's check it out. So we have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So the universe is saying, first and foremost, big message for you. Deck number 2 is that any areas where there's negativity or stagnant energy around money, or if you're just feeling like you're just kind of stuck around money right now, in whatever shape or form, you just can't get to that next level of abundance you want. The universe is saying, zoom out in your thinking, zoom out and stop getting caught in the little things, the day-to-day things, even the things that feel kind of big and are affecting your money right now, whether it's a situation with other people or a situation at work, or, you just can't seem to shift your own habits or mindset around money. Those things, even though they feel big, are in the grand scheme of things very small, and on your whole money journey will be a very small part of what you're going to step into and what you're going to shift into and all the abundance you're eventually going to call into your life. So the universe is saying, in order to help dissolve that negative energy or step out of that stagnant energy and start getting it to flow more in your life around money, is zoom out, big picture thinking. Like, look at, and we had a little bit of this in deck 1. So I will say, if you felt called to deck 1 as well and you couldn't pick between the two, you might want to check that out after this, but that was just a small part of that message. So this is a very different reading for you, but I'm getting that in order for you to remove or get the money flowing, right, the energy of money flowing, and remove the stagnant negative energy, it's going to be important for you to zoom out. So after this reading, a really great exercise for you to do would be to sit down and reflect on, I highly encourage for this sort of thing, journaling, but if you don't love journaling, just reflect on it or talk to someone that you trust, that you can talk to about this stuff, and just hear yourself say these words out loud. But I recommend sitting down and getting really clear on, I saw 222 for you, so this is nice confirmation. Get really clear on what is your big picture goal with money, with success, with your lifestyle, with your career. Like, what are your big picture goals? And I'm not talking about like, what do you want to accomplish this year? I'm talking about, what do you want to accomplish in your life? What does your dream life look like with all the wealth you desire, all the success you desire, whatever it is? What does that look like? Get really clear on that, deck 2, because as you start to get clear on that, and the more that you get clear on it, first of all, and then the more that you daily connect with that image, just spend a couple minutes daydreaming about it, just envisioning it, embodying that reality, that future, that big goal of where you want to be financially or career-wise. The more that you do that, the more that you kind of remove space for any of that negative energy to continue in your field, right? Like, you start to make it so that it has to move away, because if you're fully connecting, like in those moments where you're fully connected with and getting excited about and feeling how it would feel to be in that reality, in that future where you have all the wealth you desire, when you're there, if you're fully in it and fully allowing yourself to connect to it, you can't be in a negative or stagnant energy. You can't be holding that negative or stagnant energy. So that's going to help you loosen the grip on the negative or stagnant energy, right? So that's something that will help you to shift some of this stuff. Really, the zooming out is something that I think your soul's here to learn. Maybe even you're here to learn to grow, to dream bigger, and to see how far you can fly, right? We have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Also, something that might help you shift some of the negativity or stagnant energy around money, deck 2, is actually learning, going and researching different techniques. I'm seeing specifically for you, money mindset shifts will probably be the most helpful. That's likely what you could do. You can look at other money manifestation techniques, other energy clearing techniques. All of that's totally fine. But I'm getting specifically for you the guidance to at least start with looking at where you can shift your mindset around money, the stories you tell around money, the beliefs you hold around money, that's the sort of thing that the universe is really guiding me to share with you right now, to be like, that's where you can be studying and learning. And the more that you learn and study that, you might find new ideas click into place. If you're like me, when I listen to someone else talking about like high vibe money stuff, or when I'm listening to someone talk about money manifestation, or just manifestation in general, right? Or clearing money blocks, or talking about money mindset work, I hear things I already know, but I'm reminded of them, or I hear them in a new way and things click differently or on a different level. And so for you, again, when you feel that stagnant or negative energy, what's going to help you to clear it is, first of all, zooming out, big picture thinking, right? Zooming out, getting clear on and connecting with your big goals and desires and really embodying those. And then also actually studying, right? Studying, learning techniques, just listening, even just listening to podcasts, listening to readings like this. I do our monthly like pep talk readings that we're starting to do in here now, that we had one go up recently, I believe. And, like those sorts of things where you're listening to high vibe things around money or around mindset, or just starting to learn more concepts and principles, maybe taking a program around money mindset, things like that. But shifting those things so that, or just listening, just taking in that information so that things can naturally shift on their own. You could also do actual exercises to shift your mindset, but I get even just the learning, the putting yourself in that content, submersing your mind, saturating your mind with the mechanics of money mindset, of money manifestation, things like that, but especially mindset, is going to be really beneficial for you. Like just absorbing it rewires you on some level if you're consistently doing that, or pretty regularly doing it, even if it's just once or twice a week you're listening to a quick podcast or one of these readings or something like that. So know that that's a tool in your tool belt for when there's that stuck energy around money. I will also say both these things are great things that we do inside the Wealthified membership. We have a book club that we do. We read a new book like every other month, sometimes every month, around money and manifestation and spirituality. So that's a great place where we have a book club. We do discussions on that, and there's new content there. And we also have, oftentimes, a lot of the challenges encourage us to connect with big picture thinking in there, and that's one of the things I teach on a lot. So if that calls to you and you want support with that, come join me inside the Wealthified membership. That link is below. But I see that the more that you do these two things, right, the more that you zoom out and connect with that big picture image, that big picture vision you have for the wealth you desire, and you embody it and you connect with it, you think and feel and act more and more as if you already have that big vision, that dream life and dream wealth. And the more you study, take things in, saturate your mind with the right mindset, the right kind of energies around money, then the more balance and harmony you're going to naturally find. And it's going to be a lot easier for you to release any of the negativity, to allow that to flow. I do see we have loosen your grip, which is coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Getting that there's some mental patterns around money that you're kind of almost addicted to, which honestly, when you look at, and I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert in our neurochemistry and things like that, but when you look at how our brain works and emotions and addiction especially, it's like the more that you have the negative beliefs or thoughts and mindsets around money, the more you'll crave them, the more you'll look for things to reinforce them, right? It's like you'll do this on a subconscious level, but also like on a chemical level, right? We kind of get addicted to the same thought patterns, the same loops, and therefore we start creating the same reality over and over and over again, and we can't ever move that stagnant energy around money. This is why we get stuck and plateaued around money. So there's some sort of like mental story, maybe multiple, but definitely like a big one that's ready to start to be examined and released on your part. And the universe is saying that it's important for you to identify that and let it go. And you're probably going to do that again through this higher learning, through just learning, right? When we say higher learning, it doesn't mean it has to be like a university degree. It means more actually study higher concepts, right? Study, listen, learn, take it in, saturate your mind. And you'll start to notice thought patterns popping up that do not serve you, that are keeping you stuck, especially around money or work. And so that's something to just have awareness of, that there's something that's ready to be released that is creating a lot of this negative or blocked energy around money. Is there's some sort of significant money pattern that you have in your mind, some patterns of thought around money, around wealth. This can be so many things because we're doing a collective reading. Everyone will have their different stories, but often they're stories of what I'm getting for you, things like money has to be hard, making money has to be so hard, I have to burn myself out to make money, money can't come to me easily, I'm always I'm always struggling with money. If I'm not burned out, then I'm not working hard enough and the money won't come. Like there's so many different things, right, that we can have on a subconscious level, or I'm not worthy of receiving, or I'm not smart enough to get paid that amount. No one will want to pay me because I'm not good enough, or I don't have, excuse me, X amount of experience or things like that. So there's so many things, but there's some sort of thought pattern. Might have been something I just said, might be something else that's just playing on a loop in your mind, whether consciously or not for you. And it's ready to be released, and it's creating a lot of this blockage, right? Maybe not all of it, but some of it. So just something to be aware of, but know that the more that you study things, you listen, this will naturally start to kind of shift, right? I'm also getting that there might be people around you who kind of have the same sort of thinking, and so then it's kind of this positive feedback loop, or in this case, like it's a negative feedback loop where you say, like, oh my gosh, I hate my job so much. What the price of everything's going up. It's so terrible. And you're complaining about it constantly. And then the people around you are complaining about it constantly. The same thing. I'm saying, yeah, and they're validating it and they're saying their own piece about it. And you go back and forth, and it just, again, creates this density, this addiction. It's a coping mechanism, right, of a sort, because you're dealing with something difficult, or maybe even a trauma around money. And so you have these sort of coping mechanisms to deal with it, but sometimes they don't actually help you cope. They help you stay stuck. Right? They help you maybe not get overwhelmed, but they don't help you move forward and into the abundance you want. So wherever that is, it's time to let that go. And that might be, again, it might be reinforced by people around you. So it doesn't mean you have to completely stop talking to the people around you about money or work or the economy or anything like that, but maybe changing what you're saying, changing what you're talking about, removing the negativity from the conversation, finding different perspectives to connect with people on, rather than just the complaints, the coping mechanisms, the venting, right? And this is, again, a lot of what we're doing in our money negativity detox in the Wealth by membership starting next month. So if you want to come join me in there for that, the link is below again. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So I'm seeing that what we're going to pull cards on in a minute. I'm going to pull a couple more cards just for how you can dispel negative or stagnant energy around money, but and see if there's anything else around it. But what I am getting is that doing regular protection or grounding work around your energy, especially around money, but just your energy in general, is going to be really important for you ongoingly, deck 2. So making sure you're having some sort of daily little short grounding and protection practice you can do. You can see one of my favorites that I'm being guided to share you with is in the mornings, often when I do my daily meditations. Right now I've been doing more quantum leap meditations for our challenge in the Wealth by membership, but typically my daily meditations used to look like that I would visualize roots growing out of my tailbone into the earth to ground me into the earth. And I would even see any of the negative or stuck energy that wasn't serving me release, go move through my body into those roots and out into the earth, and the Mother Earth would take that energy and revitalize it and purify it and clean it. And then I would envision myself bringing up energy from the earth, roots, right? Bring up nutrients, energy from the earth into me that was beneficial, that was abundant, that was positive, that was full of the life of Mother Earth, right? Doing that, and then seeing a big bubble of light around me, bringing in light. I do a lot of light working. So it's up to you if this resonates, but I bring in a big bubble of light around me that would protect me. And I'd see could feel it as a shield, right? So other people's negative energy would bounce off of it when it came to me, right? And I would often do that practice. Just takes a few seconds in my mind to visualize it and to feel it once you get comfortable with it. But I would do that multiple times a day when I needed it. So that might be something for you to do to help you kind of give your mind that directive and energetically just release that energy back to the earth. You could also see it go up through the crown of your head to release it back into the universe, whichever resonates with you. But I think for you, having the grounding to feel safe, right? To feel that protection and that nurturing energy in a way, and also that protective shield to then protect yourself, right? So that's an actual practice for you to do, right? If that calls to you, if you want a kind of meditative practice to do to help move that energy whenever you need to. You can't really overdo it. I do it when I need to, multiple times a day, like I said. All right. Let's pull from our next deck to see if there's any other guidance. Oh, there we go. Any other guidance to help clear or move the stagnant or negative energy around money. We have Nourish the Shadow, which for me right now is just coming through, is looking again at those coping mechanisms, right? Those things that those stories that don't serve you anymore, right? see where they're coming from, even like as you start to learn just taking in more positive money mindset stuff, more beliefs. Ooh, also affirmations for you might be very helpful. Just having some really positive affirmations around money to rewire your mind with and just robotically affirming them. Deck 2. But nourishing the shadow, meaning looking at what's the root? Again, the word root keeps coming through. What's the root of these stories, these mentalities around money that you're addicted to, that aren't serving you, that are negative, that are dense, that are weighing you down, that are keeping the flow of money in your life stuck and stagnant and blocked? What's the root of them? Where did they come from? And then heal that root cause too. Again, I think more of this will just naturally happen and come to your awareness the more you submerge yourself in learning more about money mindset, the way your brain works. Even maybe you're going to be in more neurochemistry, like biology, things like that. Maybe it's on a spiritual level for you, whatever it is, but learning more about the way your mind works, the effects of your conscious and subconscious beliefs, especially around money, on the world around you, on your experience of the world, is going to be really beneficial, and just be looking to get to the root of it to nourish and heal that root cause of the shadow, of the money block. And then surrender to receive. Wow, yeah, a lot of I'm getting that, this is just kind of some more clarity too on, especially with what we talked about with that mental thought pattern around money that isn't serving you. I'm getting that it's, for a lot of you, just some more clarity on that, it could be something around it's really hard to make money, or making money is hard for me, or I have to work so hard to make money. Something around having to work hard to make money, or it's a struggle to make money. And the universe is saying a lesson you're kind of being asked to learn right now, and a thought pattern you're being asked to pick up that will serve you very well to move the stagnant or negative energy around money, is more of the belief that the more that you let go, the more that you just surrender to what is and to the situation you are in around money, the more you'll be able to then be open to receiving instead of fighting against it. I mean, there's been a lot of fighting against where you are financially, or the way you feel or think about money, and you're just wishing it to be different, all this stuff, and that's fine. You can have desires for things to be different, but the universe is saying that it can't be different if you stay the same, right? It can't be different if you stay the same. If you keep fighting, if you keep pushing, and you've been doing that and that's not getting you the results you want, try something different. Try surrendering. You were saying just try surrendering for 3 days. Just completely surrender around money for 3 days. Don't think about it. Make sure that's not time you have to pay bills or make big money decisions, but just relax around money. Give yourself permission to fully not even mentally worry or think about it, and then see what happens, right? Do you get ideas for money to come in? Do you receive ideas and downloads to make more money? Do you actually receive more money coming in, or opportunities for it? Just, allowing the universe space to bring it to you, and healing those stories if those resonate with you. That's what I'm getting from most of you here. Something to look at. Wow. Okay. I am shuffling here, and we just had some cards fall out for you for what you need to hear to protect your energy. So once you feel like you've started to make headway on these things, right? You've done some big picture thinking, released your kind of attachment to the day-to-day things that might weigh you down. You've released patterns around money, especially mental patterns or thoughts or things you say around money that aren't positive, that aren't helping you. You've started submersing your mind more and saturating your mind in positive thoughts around money and learning more about how your mind works, potentially. As you do all that, you'll start to feel, deck two, some of the energies around money shift for you. Right, you'll start to feel different first. Probably you'll start to think differently. Things that triggered you around money maybe won't trigger you quite as much anymore. This could happen over a few days or weeks, probably a few weeks for most of you, maybe a month or two. But as you do that, the energy starts flowing more correctly, more in the way you're meant to, and abundantly, right, around money. I want to know now, once you've done that and you start to feel things flowing, what can you do next to actually protect your energy around money too? Then once you've gotten it flowing, it's no longer stagnant, no longer super negative. How do you keep it at that more positive flowing place? So I'm getting Seraphim's Gateway, Voice Activation, Angelic Attunement, Divine Support, and we have Solar Light Upgrade, Solar Plexus Chakra, Inner Fire, Willpower. So what I'm getting is, first of all, what's going to help you really keep the negative energy at bay and keep the energy of money flowing in your life once you have it flowing is really calling in your guides, your angels, the universe to divinely support you, fostering more of a connection with your guides, your spirit team. Maybe it's your higher self, maybe it's God, maybe it's the universe, whatever it is that you resonate with. Form a deeper connection with that energy, with those beings, especially around money and around guidance around money. Like, I can't tell you when I started doing more of I do some deity work with Artemis and a little bit with Hecate, which was something you asked me a couple years ago, I would have been like, I'll never do deity work, right? Like, this just, and the story of how that came to be is very something for another time. But as I started doing more deity work, and then of course then from there kind of connecting with more of my guides, who some are deity, some are not, right? But just doing more of that work over the last few years, I've found so much more peace and support, right? Safety, trust. Like, I feel like the universe truly has my back in money matters. I feel like the universe really is working things out for me and lining things up for me. And this could just be a belief that's in my head, but it allows me to move through the world differently and think differently and see opportunities that others don't see, because I believe I'm being divinely guided. Whether that's actually the case or not, it's true to me. And that changes the way I move through the world, the way I look at the world, and therefore what I create in the world and the opportunities I see in the world for money. So there's something to really be said about fostering some sort of trust or relationship with your guides, your higher self, God, the universe, source, angels, deities, whatever it is for you. And really connecting with them and asking for support, right? Voice activated, asking for support from them. And even connecting with them daily, especially when you're feeling positive and high vibe around money, so that then as you move through the day, it's like sometimes I walk around, like when I take my dogs out for a walk or I go for a hike with my family, and I feel like my guides are walking with me. I feel like my deities, my collective I channel from especially, is constantly with me. And it feels just so divine to have that divine support at my back and feel like they're guiding my every step. They're lining things up for me. They're making things work out for me. I move through the world so much more differently when I'm connected to that, and money flows so much easier for me when I'm connected to that versus when I don't. So that's something for you to lean into if that resonates with you. Make that your own, whatever that means to you, and whatever that looks like. But that's something the universe is saying that's going to help you keep your energy up and keep the money flowing in greater and greater amounts. Also, tuning into your solar plexus chakra, right? Like that part above your navel, like your core, your inner fire, your willpower. Fueling that. In deck 1, I told them theirs was, we had a card about their heart chakra center. Yours is your solar plexus chakra. So for you, at least where you are in your money journey right now, deck 2, I'm getting this very strong guidance, right, from my guides around for you where the flow of money can most be improved and maintained in your life, at least at this point in your financial journey. Deck 2 is through your solar plexus. Like, that's where a lot of the money energy in your life flows. So the things that excite you, your big vision, right? The things that really light you up, the things you're excited about, keeping excitement, the fire alive in your life, the passion for life alive in you. So making sure you're continually connecting with, you could even do, like meditations on the solar plexus center. You could do them daily or just check in with it every now and then to just keep that energy flowing there and moving there. Could light work around it if that resonates with you. Could do tapping there, like so many different things. Also breath work and moving the solar plexus. There's a lot you can do physically and also energetically, visualization wise, things like that, to just keep the energy flowing well in the solar plexus chakra. And the more you do that, the more the flow of money is naturally going to flow in your life. But again, like making sure you're doing things that keep the passion for life alive within you. So listening to what excites you, whether that's related to money or not, is going to increase the flow of money in your life. Even if it's just little things like taking a walk or drinking your favorite tea in the middle of the day or whatever it is, that it just excites you. It just feels so good. It feels so almost luxurious and indulgent in life. Like, those things will continue to fuel the flow of energy and therefore the flow of money for you specifically, deck 2 through the solar plexus chakra. So that's really, really beautiful. Let's pull from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck just to get any last guidance around how to continue to keep your energy around money high. Let's see what guidance the Wealthy Woman deck has for you. Deck 2. Oh my goodness. So this card just popped out for you. We have the Pathfinder card because this is the card in the deck, because I wrote the Wealthy Woman deck. This is the card that's all about following your excitement. That the more you follow your excitement, what I was just saying, on the path to abundance, that's what's going to lead you down the right path to the money you want, the most aligned way for money to come in, right? So that's really, really exciting. So just some extra confirmation for you there. We have the Leader card, which again, when we think about like your inner fire, your willpower, like become the leader of your life. Don't wait. You were saying don't wait once, as as you get the money, the energy of money flowing more in your life and less stagnant, removing a negativity that's holding you back from what you want financially, the more you do that, deck two, the more you're going to start to feel like the leader in your life, but then consciously also stepping up and leading your life, not waiting for other people or the universe to tell you or give you permission to follow what excites you. Like, you choose to go after what excites you. You choose to do the little and big things in life related to money or not that light you up, that ignite that energy and keep that fire burning for the passion of life, right? Like, making that your goal is going to create just so much abundance in your life. And just allow more and more to flow your way. But the universe is like, this is an era of you. This is a season of wealth that you're moving into. That is really all about, for you, deck two, learning to truly follow your bliss to what you desire in life. That might also be another lesson that your soul came here to learn, right? But that is such a big, important thing for you to really be aware of and to lean into. So yeah, just some nice little last confirmation from the Wealthy Woman deck there for you. But there was a lot here for you. I recommend starting again with what we talked about at the beginning of the video. And once you've got that locked down, connecting more with, that's why that looks off, connecting more with with your guides. I feel like that was such a powerful one for you. Connecting more with your guides to help you walk with that confidence of knowing that you're on the right path and helping you have the courage to be the leader of your life, to create this new season of wealth by following what truly excites you, to the big vision you have that should excite you, right? That you should be focusing on. And as you do, these other things start to fall away, you learn and you rewire your mindset and all that sort of stuff. So, and of course, that's all we do in the Wealth Vibe membership too. So you're welcome to come join us in there if you want that kind of support and community and resources around it. But this is really beautiful. I'm really excited for you, deck two. Whenever I see like stuff, especially with the Pathfinder card and your solar plexus chakra card here, so much excitement in your life coming, so much excitement and momentum around money that's going to be available in this next era of your life, this next chapter of your life. But you just have to step up and being the leader, which means connecting with that big vision and learning things that allow you to rewire your mind so that you can become that leader in your life and take charge of it. And that's just going to shift so much and get that energy flowing so well for you around money. And I'm excited to have you just see it all come pouring in as you start to move through these bits of guidance here. So deck two, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It really means the world to me. So if you feel called to comment, don't be shy. Every comment is so appreciated. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership so you can get access to our upcoming Money Negativity Detox Challenge, plus all the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there. The link for the membership is also in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is in the description pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. The link for that is also below. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and the flow of abundance in your life, deck two, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number three. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you clear and protect yourself from any negative or stagnant energy that's blocking your money manifestations. If you want to identify what is blocking your money manifestations, the last reading that went up on my channel before this one will help you do just that. So you're welcome to check that out either before or after this reading. And in case you missed it at the beginning of the video, I do want to mention real quick that we are doing a 21-day money negativity detox challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership this coming month. So if you want to join me and right now over 150 members in the Wealth Vibe to get that extra support to eliminate whatever is blocking you internally or externally from the wealth you desire, then be sure to click the link in the description or pinned comment below to come join in for the challenge and also just to get access to all of the amazing benefits inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I'm really excited personally to do this upcoming challenge because it's something I did years ago at the beginning of my money journey when I started my business, truly in earnest about 6 years ago. And it helped me to just detox all the negativity internally, especially, but also externally in my life that would have made all the success I have now impossible, right? If I hadn't detoxed that stuff, I would have been too blocked, too stuck in my old negative patterns around money to be able to, create 20K months, multiple 5-figure months in my business, scaled multiple 6 figures in my business, land these publishing deals for my Oracle deck. Like, it just would have all been impossible if I didn't do this foundational work first. So I'm really excited to revisit this practice and share it with everyone in the membership that allows us to detox our negativity around money. But the challenge starts on May 1st. So if you feel called to join, I'd love to have you there, but don't wait to dive in and start getting acquainted with the membership so that you're ready to hit the ground running when we start our challenge on the 1st. So all that being said, let's dive into your reading. We'll move your crystal out of the way. And I'm going to start shuffling first. We're going to pull some cards for how you can clear or move any negative or stagnant energy around money in your life, whether this is coming from other people or from within yourself, or both. But what you can do to remove that energy and get the energy around money flowing in a positive, more abundant way for you. And then we will move into how you can protect your energy once you've gotten to that point. So let's get the cards for deck 3. What can they do to clear or move any negative energy around money? I don't feel like that card is for you. There it is. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, the first card for you, my deck 3s, is Earth Star Activation Anchoring Grounded Action Isis Energy. Okay, so this is a very potent card. Like, it's so powerful feeling. So like intense with the power it holds. There's so much powerful energy coming through for you. So the universe is saying that the first thing you can do, right? It's like be grounded. So even literally grounding exercises. I'm seeing for some of you like earthing exercises, like putting your bare feet on some earth, some dirt, some grass, something like that might help you just feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more connected to nature, a little bit more connected to yourself, to the abundant nature of the universe. But I'm also getting that for some of you, it might just be a matter of like doing grounding visualizations, grounding exercises, but just being more grounded, more present, I'm getting, will help you start to clear some of the negative stagnant energy around money. It's possible for you, deck 3. I'm seeing that a lot of you who picked this, especially if you picked this pile first, if you're watching multiple piles in this reading, seeing that a lot of you, if not all of you, are you kind of are not fully here in the present moment, especially when it comes to money. You're often thinking about the future, like worrying about the future or wanting to get to the future and not be where you are now around money or career, or you might be living in the past regretting things. And the universe is saying anchor yourself right now in the present. So mindfulness practices also will be really beneficial for you to dispel negative or stagnant energy around money. Deck 3. I'm getting that you have a lot of power within you. Like, you have a lot of powerful energy, a lot of very sturdy, powerful, intense energy, but it's not being directed in the right direction, right? It's not being directed to the right places in order to help move the flow of money, the energy of money in your life, right? It's again, you're delegating that power to stressing or worrying or trying to hustle to make the money, but not actually ever looking in the present moment for the opportunities or allowing yourself to receive more easily. So that's kind of the first area to be looking at in order to move forward. I am getting here, we have Akashic Stargate. Wow, this is a beautiful card. I don't know if I've ever seen it in this deck. This is gorgeous. I mean, all these cards are gorgeous, but this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this rainbow here. This also makes me think of what we've been doing in the Wealth by Membership with our Quantum Leap meditation. So if you're in the Wealth by Membership and you pulled this deck, let me know in the comments if this is something that looks like that visualization we do. Anyways, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Again, you are so powerful. Deck 3. You are so powerful in your ability to create your reality, in your ability to pivot, in your ability to call in the money you desire. You might just not know it yet because sometimes I get that you're overthinking, right? Especially, this is more clarity of how I said your mind isn't in the present moment around money. So looking at what you do have, looking at your options that exist right now, feeling into what feels best for you from this moment that you could do in this moment and then the next and the next. You're looking into the future a little bit too much. There's a lot to be said for forward thinking, for being pragmatic, for planning, for preparing, but I'm getting that you're overdoing it, right? Or there's some sort of block that's kind of resulting in you feeling the need to overthink and look to the future, or try to plan, or try to, not be where you are now in some way, especially around money or career. And the universe is saying, it's kind of keeping you stuck where you are because you're not being here. You're being in the future, and when you're in the future, you can't move now, right? Like when you're in the future, especially in a negative sense, and you're not aligning yourself with what you want, you're more just trying to avoid what you don't want. You can't really, as Abraham Hicks says, you can't get there from there, right? So you have to, it's okay to daydream. It's okay to be in the future mentally at times, but you have to bring the future in that you want into the now. If you're just living in the future to try to prevent what you don't want, or especially living in a future and bringing it in now that you don't want, that's what you create, right? And it keeps you stuck. This is a big thing that's keeping you stuck and stagnant. We weren't even going to identify that here. That's in a past reading, but that's a big message that's coming through. So the universe is saying, as soon as you start to actually take action, right? Grounded action from the present moment, from what feels good to you right now, from what feels aligned right now, from that grounded, powerful place. Once you've done some grounding exercises and you start making choices, you start taking actions. These could be little things of like, what am I doing today in my business? What job, what do I want to say on my resume? What do I want to say in this interview? How do I want to dress for the interview? How do I even just want to, like, where do I want to, go get my work done today in a co-working space or at home, or like, but just making deliberate choices from what feels right in the moment from a grounded place. The more you do that, the more you'll move toward what you want, because you're going to start to know more and more of your power and the power you hold. Because like I said, you have a lot of power within you. Deck 3, you're an incredibly powerful being, you specifically. So know that there's no wrong path. You can get wherever you want from wherever you are, as long as you're allowing yourself to be where you are, so you can find the path, so you can make the choices to get yourself there. But you can't choose wrong. There's no wrong path. So don't overthink, right? The universe is saying, but really starting to trust yourself more. Trust that you can't get it wrong. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. Building that self-trust is going to be so vital for you to dispelling and moving this stagnant negative energy around money anywhere that exists in your life. You're going to be able to move through that so much more quickly because you're going to be aligned with your power, right? And tapped into it. So that's incredibly good. Yep. We have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking, right? And in this case, it's very much what I just said. You can get all the downloads you need for how to move forward when you recall your power from your future thinking. Like, that is spelled out for you right there. Recall your power. You've put all your power in the future. You've given your power away to a future that, Deck 3, where have you given your power away to a future that doesn't even exist yet? Maybe one that you fear, or one that you feel like you'll never reach. Where have you given your power away to a future that doesn't even exist yet? Recall your power from wherever you've dispelled it into the future, wherever you've projected it that's not serving you. Recall it back, and then the downloads will start to come of how you can actually get to where you truly want to go, and how you can be here more, and again, be doing your grounded actions. Wow, really, that's beautiful guidance. We have the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. Again, the more you start to recall your power from where you've dispelled it into the future that doesn't serve you, you'll get downloads. The more you'll start to tap into your power, the more you do your grounding and anchoring into the present moment practices, the more synchronicities are going to start to pop up for you. The more things start to move, right? The more that it all starts to move for you. Oh, of course, so perfect. The central sun, the more, man, this is a beautiful little scarab. The more abundance downloads you get, the more regenerated you'll feel, renewed, the more success you'll have. Wow, this just spells it out for you. Deck 3. Wow, so beautiful. Okay, I want to pull a couple more cards to see if there's any other guidance on, how you can release or dispel negative energy. But we've got some pretty clear guidance here for you. These are your cards, I guess. They just fell right out. We have that you're almost there, right? Like on these paths, you're almost there. You're almost to where you want. You're actually a lot closer than you think you are. Deck 3. Ooh, also the universe is saying, start telling the story. Like even saying the affirmation of like, I'm so close to what I desire. What I desire is right around the corner. What I desire is coming. I'm so close. I'm almost there. I'm there, right? Like you are so close to it. It's closer than you think it's going to happen in such miraculous ways. You're going to get the ideas and the knowledge of how it's going to happen as you ground yourself and recall your power into the present moment. Those downloads will come. And it's just like you're so close to, ooh, all this is like, as you start doing this, I see in a few days it can shift for you. But it's really going to be, right, about taming and attaining, right? Taming your mind. Taming your mind, right? Really taming your mind. And that's the hard thing, right? Like taming your mind not to be in the future and your energy not to be in the future. It's such a hard thing to do. And I say this as someone who I've struggled with this so much in the past, and I still at times find myself backsliding when I'm really kind of going through a growth process around my money mindset, my manifestations, up leveling into a new level of success. I have the same thing where it's all of a sudden you start projecting your power, your mind, your thoughts into the future, into a future that you don't want to even really manifest, one that you want to avoid. You're overthinking, you're putting pressure on yourself, you're stressing, right? It's like I've been there, and I get there more often than I like to admit, right? And so, but the thing is that often, the universe is saying, it's a sign. It's a sign that when your mind starts to kind of go into the future like that, it's a sign that you're actually very close to it, and you're actually working through the blocks that are stopping you, right, from getting there. And so just know that, like, the more that you can tame your mind, the more that you can attain what you desire. And the more that the breakthroughs can come, right, with our other breakthrough cards over here. So, it is like, it's a focus on your money mindset. This was something that we talked about in deck 2. If you felt the call to watch that, you could do that. It's a very different message though. So there's some similarities. You're welcome to check that out if that calls to you, but it's a very, very different message. So just know, but if you're drawn to both piles, this is that sign to go watch deck 2 after this if you haven't. But yeah, I see like what you want is so close. The manifestations you want are so close. It's almost like how close they are has freaked you out on some level, whether you're conscious of it or not, that you've started projecting into the future and holding it apart from yourself, holding it away from yourself, delaying it almost. Ooh, there could be a fear of success as well. Something to think about. That's not for everyone. It is for a lot of you though, that there is some sort of fear of success of like, and it's funny because when I've had fear of success, I always go, I don't have fear of success. And then later I find like, oh, actually, I was afraid of, like, for example, when my YouTube channel, this channel started getting bigger, I was like, I want to go big, I want to go viral, all this stuff. And then when I had a video kind of go, like, somewhat viral, mini viral, like 20,000 views, something like that, and I was very new in my channel, I started freaking out because people were starting to, you get mean comments, things like that, there's just more visibility on you, and I started to get like a little anxious about it and starting to think about the future of, like, how mean are people going to be, all these negative comments, blah, blah, and, I realized I actually had some fear of the success because with success comes more visibility, right? Like more views on a video is literally more visibility. And we don't think about these things until it happens or until we do some work digging into our mindset and our subconscious. But oftentimes most of us hold some sort of fear of success because of what we think the success will bring or cost us or things like that. We just don't realize it. It's very much those are very sneaky subconscious beliefs. But I'm getting that there's some sort of fear of success, some sort of fear of getting what you want, like of what's going to happen as a repercussion or consequence or byproduct of getting what you want that isn't desirable. And the universe is saying you have to pull your attention from that and either do the work to be okay with that being the case, of those things possibly happening when the money and success you want comes in, or also deciding that's not going to be my reality because I create my reality, right? So it's up to you how you want to direct that. For different things will work for different people, but really taming your mind and taming, really allowing it to be laser focused because you're almost there to that breakthrough of all the wealth you desire, right? Yeah, really cool. I feel like there was something else coming through, but I will say, if you find that being able to tame your mind and stay in the now around money and be able to align with what you actually want instead of giving your power away into the future of a future you maybe don't want or you want to avoid, then definitely come join me in the Wealth Fight membership because our May challenge, our money negativity detox challenge, is going to really help you very simply but very profoundly rewire a lot of your subconscious thinking around money and the way you look at the present moment and the future around money, and it's going to be really powerful. So come join me for that if it feels aligned. That link is below. Shuffling our Wealthy Woman Oracle deck now to get clarity on, once you've got the energy of money flowing, how do you protect that energy from more negativity, either from the outside world or from your own subconscious mind? How do you kind of keep that energy flowing and high vibes so that the money can keep flowing? Where do we see that for you? We have the Monarch card. So I'm seeing that for you, there's going to be a lot of knowing your self-worth is going to be really important for you. And we have the Artisan card. Again, one of the cards in the deck about self-worth. So what I get with these, my loves, deck 3, is that it's going to be so important for you once the energy around money starts flowing. It's going to be so important for you to do two things, right? One is to focus on your art, your craft, your work, what you do, and finding the joy in it, and finding your groove in it, and finding your zone of genius. The more that you feel like you're doing things that are in your zone of genius, or that you just see yourself as being really good at what you do, which is kind of also the monarch card of like seeing how good you are truly, and like hyping yourself up even. The more you do those things, the more you're going to be able to easily call in money, because you're going to be magnetic to it, and you're going to feel very confident. This is a lot of what I'm getting. Ooh, yeah. Because especially when you're projecting out into the future of what could happen, what could go wrong, what might not come to be, that is almost like a lack in your own confidence of your ability to create what you want, your ability to have what you desire, maybe even your worthiness of it. I'm getting for you, it's more this confidence of like, confidence in yourself to be able to create what you desire, and confident, and knowing that you're like, you're badass about it. Like, you're amazing. Deck 3, what did I say at the beginning? You have so much power. You're such a powerful being. Exceptionally powerful being, Deck 3. But I don't think you really know it, and you're not acting like it. And you're not bringing that to what you do to make money, or the way money flows to you. There's almost an apologetic energy about you that I personally want you to see you shift. But my guides are especially screaming and being like, tell them to shift that energy. That's what needs to move. I almost see this like stop apologizing for what you do, and stop seeing yourself as like not good enough, as not powerful enough. You are so powerful. The universe is saying a way that you're going to keep the energy flowing, the energy of money flowing, the abundance flowing in your life once you start to move this stagnant negative energy, is it's going to be by like really up leveling and leaning into how amazing you are. Like, oftentimes we're like told to be humble. We're told to not, think too highly of ourselves. Oh my gosh, Deck 3, think more highly of yourself. Like, I'm not even saying that you think low of yourself. I'm just saying like there's so much deeper you can go with acknowledging your own power, your own amazingness, your own worth. That's this monarch card. She knows her worth. She knows she's the monarch. She knows she's the ruler of her life, of her world, of her universe. It's like she knows her worth. There's this quiet, regal confidence about her. She knows her worth. She's so secure in it. She is so secure in it. That's the kind of energy you need to be in, right? Of like any job interview you walk into, any time you show up online for your business or on a client call or write a sales post, anytime you, ask for the raise, or you have a sales conversation, like whatever it is, you need to be bringing that essence of yourself forward and to those conversations, to those instances. The more you do that, the more money's going to flow, and the more you're just going to feel the energy of flowing. You're going to feel wealthy. You're going to feel abundant. But really, my guides are telling me, it's like, Deck 3, stop apologizing with your energy or for your bigness. Stop seeing yourself. I'm almost seeing like you see yourself like a little kid, and not like the ruler, the monarch that you truly are. Of how powerful you truly are, and how powerful you've become in this life, and the inner power you have, and that how you can translate that into your work, and how everything you touch turns to gold. That's a great mantra for you. That might be an affirmation to use. Everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm amazing at what I do. That's one I use quite a bit. I'm amazing at what I do. I'm amazing at what I do. Cannot tell you how many times I've told myself that. And when I start actually saying that and believing it and looking for evidence of it, and I do that regularly, which is something that the universe is saying would be great for you to do, is like once a day, what's something you did that you were amazing at today? Or what are you just amazing at in general? What are you the best at? What are you phenomenal at? Why are people so lucky to work with you, to hire you, to get to be on your team, to get to be your client? You're amazing, Deck 3. See that more, and you'll be able to sustain and increase the flow of energy of money in your life. Like, you'll be able to just increase that flow so easily. Really powerful, because you are powerful, right? So it's like, keep doing that, because when I've shown up like that, that's when my big leaps around money come. That's when I make the most sales. That's when I have record months in my business. It doesn't matter what I'm actually doing, or what I'm launching, or what I'm promoting, or what I'm selling. It's the way I say it, the energy I say it, the confidence I have. Knowing my worth, knowing how powerful I am, and pouring that into what I do, and allowing my zone of genius to just shine through, and know that that's more than enough. And it's a gift to the world, right? Like, know that you're a gift to the world, and act like it, and embody that more. If you have trouble doing that, come join me in the Wealth membership. It's one of the pillars we talk about quite a bit, is your worthiness, your self-worth, your power around money. All right, I want to see any other last guidance for Deck 3 around how to protect their energy from negative energy. Your life is a canvas. Artist, we're going to put it over here because this is the artisan card. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. like the universe is like your life again. You have so much creative power in your life. Ooh. Wow, deck 3. The universe just came through strong for my guides. They are saying that, and this is some tough love, but it said so much with love, and to try to wake you up a little bit if you need this. You have to understand, as I always say in these readings, I say it all the time, but you're the creator of your reality. You're the artist. You design your reality by your thoughts, by your feelings, by your energies, by your actions. And deck 3, of course, there are sometimes things that happen that are outside of our control, external circumstances. Sometimes they're even divinely coordinated external circumstances that redirect us to what we truly want, and it can be blessings in disguise. But so it's not to say that there's that there's nothing that happens outside of your control in your life, but you are the only one who can be in control, and you are the only one capable of being in control of how you respond to everything in your life, where your focus is, where your energy is, how you see yourself. No one else can do that for you. No one else can change those things for you. You have to do those things. And where you are right now around money, whether you feel stuck or stagnant or like in a negative position around money or just not quite where you want to be, wherever it is around money, and all your successes and all the failures, which I don't think there's failures, but that's another discussion. Everything that's led up to where you are right now with money, your current financial reality and existence, it's all your creation. It doesn't mean it's your conscious creation, but it's all your creation. You've created all of it because you create how you react, how you respond, how you perceive every single moment, every single thing that happens around money or otherwise. You're the creator of your reality. What you want right now or where you are right now is a result of your past thinking, your past energy, your past actions. So the universe is saying, look at where you are now and look back and reflect on what have you done that has led you to where you are, good or bad. What has led you to where you are right now, to your current financial situation? Because when you look at that and you can take that almost radical responsibility for it, it's empowering. It connects you back to your immense power, deck 3, because you start to see, oh my gosh, I do create my reality. And what I've been doing, the stressing about the future, the trying to avoid this, the projecting my power into the future and dispelling it, all that sort of stuff, that's created where I am now. And when you can see the connections between that, when you can connect those dots in that way, see that, you start to see how powerful you are. And then it's just a matter of just changing your thoughts, changing your energy, changing your actions, being different, doing things differently, rewiring yourself. It puts the power back in your hands. This isn't any sort of victim blaming. This isn't being like, oh, you're broke because of you or whatever. I understand there are absolutely things externally that happen in our lives that we do not have control over, but we do have control over how we choose to see those things, the stories we choose to tell around them, the way we decide to, the thoughts we think, things like that. If we don't take that control, our subconscious takes the control, and our old patterns that we learned from others take control and step in. But you always have the ability to choose to refocus your thoughts, to focus on something else, to try to see the silver lining in something, to start to see your worth, your power more, and connect with it more. These things are available in every moment. Sometimes it's easier than others, but they're always available to you in every moment. And you're just saying, remember that, and you remember your power. You unlock your power, and you create what you desire, and you keep that energy flowing. So that's truly, truly beautiful. And what a perfect last card for you. I'm going to mess up our whole spread here, but you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Remember I said, stop apologizing with your energy and for your energy. Stop apologizing for who you are, for your bigness. I do get that for a lot of you. You have a lot of big energy. Maybe you've been told that you're too much for someone, or you're too much or not enough in this way to make the money you want in this area or in this direction, or, maybe, even see for some of you, you've been told you have too much experience to be hired for that job or whatever. It's truly embrace the bigness of you. Because again, at the very beginning of the reading, I said, you have so much power. You specifically, deck 3, are such a powerful being, this powerhouse of energy, this powerhouse of creative manifestation ability. And with that bigness will trigger people. If you know human design, this is my background is in human design, you probably in manifestor or MG, a lot of you might be the MGs or manifestors. If not, that's okay. This still message is meant for you, but you will understand, especially if you're a pure manifestor in human design, you have that repelling aura. And it just means that it's you have a bigness about you. And that bigness, people will either immediately look at you and go, yes, I want to know everything about this person. I want to support them. I'm this person's amazing. Or it's, nope, too much for me. But it's okay. That too muchness that you have Deck 3, whether you're a manifestor or not, or you know human design or not, that bigness you have, your uniqueness, who you are, that big power you have. It's not for everyone, but it's a superpower of yours, and it will move people out of the way who are not for you, who would get in your way if you let them stay. So your bigness is a gift. The way people kind of get overwhelmed by it, those people aren't for you, and they would hinder you if you tried to force them to be in your life or to hire you or to work with you or buy from you or whatever. So be grateful when people say you're too much. It's like, good, now I know you're not for me and I'm not for you, and we can move on, and I can find the people who will support me and help me have the opportunities and get to where I want to be, and I can help them, and we can co-create together. It's like, be grateful for that. So if there's people in your life that tell you you're too much, you're too loud, you're too big, you dream too big, you whatever it is, Deck 3, know that those people are not the people who are meant to help you get to where you want to go, and they're not the people for you to be taking advice from. They don't have the same bigness you have. Their bigness doesn't match up with your bigness. You have this big, powerful energy. Do not apologize for it. Do not apologize with it. Do not use it to keep yourself small. Let yourself expand and see how far you can fly, the universe is saying. When you own that uniqueness, that bigness, and you see it as that gift of clearing people out of the way or helping you identify who is going to stand in your way and who's actually going to help you get to where you want to go, you will move so much faster, and the flow of money will move so much more in your life. Embrace that. You're here to be big. We need people to be big, to have the big energy, to have the bold visions, to be all of them, to take powerful actions. Like, you will change the world like that. You'll change your world. You'll change other people's worlds. Don't shy away from that. It is such a gift. Wow. I love sitting in that energy of yours right now, like channeling from that energy it feels so good. So thank you. So thank you for your bigness, for letting me tap into that just now to read this for you, because this is like lighting me up. I'm feeding off of that bigness out. I'm like, whew, I'm ready. Ready for, I don't know what, but I'm ready. And I'm here and I'm present and I feel my power because I'm feeling the power you have, right? And I'm seeing that reflected back myself. So thank you, right? Find people like that. Find people like that who will look at your bigness and say, thank you for being you. Thank you for your bigness, because I can see the gift in it. And if other people can't, they're not for you. They're not meant to help you get to where you want to go. Let them go, or just don't talk about your stuff, what you want with them. Don't talk about money with them. Don't talk about career with them. Let them go. Find the people who will love your bigness, because I guarantee they're out there like me, right? Oh my goodness. All right, Deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from the reading and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hear how these readings connect with you. It truly means the world to me. So comment if you feel called to. Don't be shy. I try to read all the comments I can. Can't always respond to them all, but I try to read them all. And they really mean so much. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And of course, if you want to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership so you can get access to our upcoming Money Negativity Detox Challenge, plus all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there in the membership. That link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders the deck. That link is also below. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 4. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has for you to help you clear and protect yourself from any negative or stagnant energy that's blocking your money manifestations. Now, if you want to identify what is blocking your money manifestations, like what needs clearing, the last reading that went up on my channel before this one will do just that for you. So you can check that out before or after this reading if you want. Now, in case you missed it at the beginning of the video, I do want to mention real quick here that we are doing a 21-day Money Negativity Detox Challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership this coming month. So if you want to join me and right now over 150 subscribers in the Wealth Vibe membership to get that extra support to eliminate whatever is blocking you internally or externally from the wealth you desire, then be sure to click the link in the description or pinned comment below to come join in for the challenge and just to get access to all of the amazing benefits inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I'm personally really excited to do this upcoming challenge around our money negativity detox, because it's something I did years ago at the start of my money journey, at the start of my business. And it had such amazing results for me. Like if I hadn't done that, I know I wouldn't have been able to do the other work that has allowed me to build a multiple six-figure business, manifest 20K, 35K months, things like that into my life. I would have been so stuck in some of the old negative patterns and energies around money, both externally in my situations in my life and also internally, that I wouldn't have been able to manifest those amazing things. So this is really just such important foundational work. So I'm really excited to revisit this for myself, do this challenge alongside everyone in the membership next month, and also share it with everyone in the membership because it truly is life-changing. So the challenge starts on May 1st. If you are feeling called to it, I recommend not waiting to dive into the membership to join in and just start getting acquainted there so that you are ready to hit the ground running when we start our challenge on May 1st. So with all that being said, move your crystal out of the way and we're going to start shuffling. First we're going to shuffle to just see what guidance the universe has of how you can clear any negative or stuck energy around money that's in your life right now. Some cards flipping over for you. And then I also want to, after we pull a couple cards for this, we'll then go into how you can really allow yourself to protect your energy around you once all the negativity or stagnant energy is cleared, right? So just to kind of maintain that or increase the flow of abundance in your life. So we had our Attract Through Glow card, which is beautiful. We have Metamorphosis. I'm going to get all these down for you. Transformation. Unknown Gift, and Sacred Boundaries. I feel like because this flipped over, this one wants to be here. So, all right, my loves, we have some strong messages over here. So, where are you dimming yourself down? Where are you playing small, deck for? That's the real big thing coming through here is where are you playing smaller? Where are you allowing others to keep you playing small in your life, right? The reason that this is coming, the reason I asked that is because my collective is really showing me with these cards that there's, like, you're meant to be the star of your life. Deck 4, you're meant to glow. You're meant to be maybe in the limelight, quite literally. Maybe you're meant to have fame or notoriety or influence. But I also just get that you're just meant to be like this really magnetic person. You have this natural propensity for being magnetic, for magnetizing people, opportunities, especially money, abundance your way. But for some reason that's blocked right now, right? And again, identifying why that's blocked, where that's blocked in your life, that's something that previous video on this channel might help you understand. But you're trying to be like everyone else in some way. And sometimes it's like a safety mechanism, right? Like it's a safety, it's an act of safety, right? To try to blend in, to try to not make waves, to try to not stand out. But the universe is saying that I'm getting this as especially, like, clearly that's an internal battle, right? But it's because of something that's happened externally, right? It's because of, I'm getting a lot of like other people or situations or past events in your life that you just felt like who you are isn't right or isn't good enough. And that trickles out into money, whether you see that connection or not consciously right now. Like when we see ourselves as being wrong in some way or inherently not good enough in some way, we end up negating all the good things that are trying to come out that we want, but we hold them at arm's length and block them, right? They become blocked because we, for some reason, don't think we're good enough for that. We're not doing enough to have those things or make the money we want or receive it, or, we have to become someone different or something different in order to let it in. But the universe is saying you are brilliant. You're brilliant. You're brilliant. Deck 4, you're unique. You're brilliant. And it's important for you to attract what you want through letting yourself be fully you. But you're fighting this almost transformation, we metamorphosis and transformation. You're fighting a transformation of like becoming or embracing all of who you are, which would allow you to become the version of yourself who has all the wealth you desire, right? Like it would allow you to see yourself that way. So there's this block right around transformation, around changing. It's scary to change. I get it. It's scary to change. It's the scariest thing to our ego. It requires some sort of ego death when we become a different version of ourselves. Something about us changes. But there's some hesitancy to transform. So the universe is saying, in order to clear the stagnant negative energy around me, whatever that is for you in your life right now, deck 4 is going to be all about allowing yourself to become who you truly want to become, who you truly are, allowing more of your natural self to shine through. So a great question you can ask, a great thing you can journal on is, where do I not feel like I'm actually being my true self, my authentic self? Where do I feel like I have to play small? I have to dim myself down? What areas of life? Is it at your business, in your business? Is it online? Is it in the way you speak? Is it with your clients? Is it at your job? Is it in job interviews? Like, where do you feel like you can't be you because that would lead to a loss of money or not getting more money or missed opportunities? Like, where are you afraid to bring all of who you are to it or be all of yourself? And asking these questions, reflecting on that, is going to be a great starting point. Also asking yourself or journaling on the questions of, and I just saw 444 for you, so some nice confirmation. But I'm seeing, why am I afraid to let myself be all of me, right? Why? So where am I afraid to be all myself and why? And see what comes through. Digging into that is going to start to move things for you. It's going to start to bring awareness to, because I get that you're not really, I think there's part of you that's conscious, right? I'm getting, there's part of you that's conscious that you're maybe not being all of you, or you're playing small in some area, shape, or form. But I'm getting that for most of you, you're not aware of the extent of it, of how far this ripples out into your life. And the universe really wants you to bring that conscious awareness to it. When you start to bring that conscious awareness to it, you're going to start to see your life really rapidly transform. You're going to undergo metamorphosis, right? And I also see that as you do that, you'll have new gifts emerge within yourself that have always been there, but they're going to be activated. They're going to be awakened. You're going to let them rise to the surface. So let your natural gifts rise to the surface, and value your unique gifts. This is something we do quite a bit in the Wealth by membership, is valuing our unique gifts, valuing what comes easily to us, because what comes easily to you does not come easily to everyone else. But you've, again, probably not been conscious of the fact that you downplay what comes so easily to you, your gifts for making money, your greatest assets, your natural skills, your natural traits, your natural abilities, even maybe spiritual gifts. You've downplayed them, you've maybe shut them down, or you don't realize how powerful they are, how they could be leveraged to call in more wealth. So bringing your awareness to what comes easily to me. This is another great, there's a lot of great, the universe really wants you to bring conscious awareness to the inner blocks that, by the way, your inner blocks, again, are a result of what I'm seeing of like a lot of outer things. But the universe is saying it's time to emerge from that. It's time to transform past that. Okay. Deck 4, it's time to move past that, especially if you want to get to where you want to go. It's time to attract through your own unique glow. So start looking, once you've looked at where am I afraid to be all of me and why, you bring conscious awareness to that, then start to say, what comes easily to me? Journal on that. What are all things? Brain dump it. See what comes easily to you. What are your biggest gifts? And start to just feel like, give credit and be like, oh, wow, sometimes I don't realize that not everyone can do these things, or that these things come easily to other people. Like, give yourself credit for how many gifts you have. And you will probably also start to see some new gifts emerge or activate or reawaken within you that you've maybe kind of closed yourself off to. And those things are going to also help you move this stagnant energy around money, right? And then also setting boundaries, right? Set boundaries with others. If people around you, I feel like this shouldn't have to be said, but I'm going to say it because I want to empower you. If for some reason you find this resonates, Deck 4, and if it doesn't, just leave it. But if there are people around you who, when they talk to you, whether it's because they're talking about you or they're just talking about the world generally, but they make you feel like you're never going to get to where you want to go, or what you want is foolish, or the dreams you have for how you're going to make money, or the dreams around money you have are silly or not valid in any way, or that you will never get there, or that you're not enough to get there. It's like, if anyone around you makes you feel crappy about what's possible for you or yourself around money or success or anything else, but especially around those, stop talking to those people about those things. Or set boundaries about, like, hey, actually, when we talk about this really actually makes me feel really negative and gets me down. If we want to talk about it, can we talk about it in this way? Or can we just not talk about that? Or just stop talking to that person about those things, right? Change the subject, right? Like, whatever it is. But if there's people around you who whether it's because they're talking about you and your chosen career or your chosen desires, or like the things you truly want, or they're just talking about the world in general, either way, if they're talking about you or the world and money and things like that, and it just makes you feel low vibe around money, stop talking to that person about those things. Doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life. Just connect with them on something else. Change the topic, right? Like, or cut them out of your life if they're just completely toxic, right? Like that should be a given, but you don't have to indulge people in their own limited thinking around money in order to connect with people. You don't have to do that. deck 4. And this is a lot of, honestly, this is so much of what we're doing with our money negativity detox challenge inside the Wealth by membership. So if that resonates, definitely come join me in there for that, because it starts May 1st, and it's just, what we're gonna do is so simple but so powerful, and it's very directly related to this. But it's amazing how much other people around us and their energies, their thoughts, what they say about money can really drag us down. And then we mirror that back, right? And it's like this self-fulfilling thing, and it just kind of, this feedback loop of it. And so don't be afraid to put up sacred boundaries. They can be very loving, they can be very empowered, but they don't have to make you a jerk, right? Like, you don't have to be a jerk in laying down boundaries. It's the most loving thing for you to do for yourself and for others around you, to express what kind of conversations you're available for having, what kind of way you want, conversations to unfold, or ways that, you're comfortable with them carrying out, ways you're not. So set those boundaries. That's going to help. Wow, I see that being like a massive weight off your shoulders. Once you start doing that, it's going to completely shift that negative energy around money, let it flow in a more positive direction for you in your life. But really, also setting boundaries with people who you don't feel like you can be yourself with. Find people you can be yourself around, that you can be all of you around, that you can share your gifts with, that will appreciate your gifts. Find those people. Again, we have a great community inside the Wealth Vibe membership of like-minded, high vibe people. But whether it's that or something else, go look for the communities, the people who are going to appreciate you for you and all that you bring to the table. Whether this is finding the right job that has the right kind of company culture that appreciates what you do, or finding the right boss who appreciates what you do, or finding, your right niche or your right platform in your business for the clients who really appreciate you for what you do, and who you are. Look for those people. I promise you they exist, but you have to glow for them to find you. It's almost like howl so your pack can find you. If you don't glow, if you don't howl, no one can find you. They won't know you exist and your amazingness exists. But you have to be all of you and let that show, let that shine, so that it can attract others who are meant for you, who are going to pay you and compensate you and build you up in the ways that are going to help that negative energy and stagnant energy just disappear out of your life, right? 1111 for you. Just saw it. Really beautiful. Okay, what else can we do around clearing this negative energy? I feel like this will probably just be some more guidance around some of this detox around money for you, around negativity in your life around it. But let's see what we have. Prosperous prayer. Speak your truth. Ask for what you want. All right, deck 4. Ask for what you want. Don't be ashamed of what you want in terms of money. We have so many stories in our society, right? Especially people around you saying, oh, you want to be a billionaire, you want to be, that's a bad thing. You're bad for wanting that. You're greedy, blah, blah, blah. Don't let anyone tell you how to feel about your desires. Ooh, deck 4, don't let anyone tell you how to feel about your desires. Your desires are yours, and they're on your heart for a reason, because they're things you're meant to move toward, to learn lessons, to share your gifts in this lifetime. Wanting money doesn't make you bad, because often when you want money, it's because you want something better for yourself, so that you can be a better person, so you can be a happier person, so you can be better for the people around you, so you can help the people around you, so you can help the world. Wanting money doesn't make you bad. It's what you do with the money, right? It's who you become in the pursuit of it. So don't be ashamed to say what you want, to speak your truth. Don't be ashamed to ask for the help you need, to set the boundaries, use your voice to, again, express truly who you are. If you find this difficult, right, because I understand if you've been out of practice of this for a while, or this is not something you normally do, or you have a lot of this fear of being seen for who you truly are and what you truly desire, that can be really difficult. So something you can do for this is just starting with small things, like starting to express yourself in small ways, right, around money, or speaking up a little bit more with your opinions at work, or whatever it is. If you want, you can experiment with doing some of this online. I know several videos ago, I talked in one pile about creating a private Instagram account where you can get to start to express yourself more fully and put it out there, but maybe not for people in your life who know you, and it could be under a pseudonym or whatever. And a lot of people like that, and I think some people started a follow chain. They're like, let's all follow each other's private videos under the video, which was really, really fun, or private Instagram accounts. But that's something that might, again, work for you. Again, if you want to come join me in the Wealth by membership, and speak about what you want. That's you're so encouraged to talk about what you want, the big dreams and who you are, like in there. That's a safe place for that too. But you know, just giving yourself that permission. But again, if this feels hard, it's like start small, start speaking up about small things and then slightly increasingly bigger things, and ease yourself into speaking your truth, or just find the people who you feel comfortable speaking your truth around. Don't try to speak your truth all over the place and go from 0 to 60. Like, don't try to speak your truth to the people who always put money down or put you down around money or make you feel down around it. Like, don't try to speak your truth to them. That's not the people to test this with or to learn to do this with and to get comfortable doing this with. It's go find different places to do that, to get comfortable, right? That's going to, again, help you clear that stagnant energy. And of course, our champion card. Do not be ashamed of what you want, like we said here, because truly I see that you have such a big heart, and that when you have more money, deck 4, when you have way more money than you have now, you will do so much good in the world with it. It's money for the highest good of all. That's what this champion card is all about. So know that, like, wanting money does not make you greedy. It doesn't make you selfish. Wanting fame or success doesn't make you conceited. None of that. It's like what you want. I see that you're going to do so much good when you have it. It's going to allow you to help so many more people, to help the world in profound ways. So own that. Heal whatever you need to heal around the resistance to truly let yourself want what you want and be who you want to be, and say what you want and speak about it and move toward it and own it. Like, do whatever you need to do to heal that. Like, do the healing work around that. Yeah, do the healing work around that. Let go of the shame, the guilt, right? That's a lot of what's gonna allow you to keep the flow of money, like get it moving more. Remove the negativity around it, right? Okay. Let's see how, once you get the flow of money going, you're starting to be more of yourself, you're starting to say what you really think, what's on your mind, speak your truth, own what you truly want without shame or guilt, be around the right people for it, allow your, value your gifts. As you start to do those things, the negativity around money and the stagnant energy around money starts to shift, starts to dissolve, starts to move in a positive direction. Then what do we do to maintain that? What does deck 4 do to maintain that, universe? Guides. Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. We have halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. And we have crystal, skull, wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. So, my loves, I see once the flow with money starts moving, doing things like, I see the flow of money going through your sacral chakra. So doing work around your sacral chakra to cleanse that area regularly will help. Light work, tapping exercises, dance specifically, right? Things like that move that sacral chakra around. Really igniting that area, cleansing that area will help open up and increase the flow of money in your life and keep the money flowing in your life. So that's something to focus on. For other piles where we had a chakra card come up, I was like, ooh, that's really important for you. For you, that's important. It's not the most important thing. What I'm getting is that it's important for you to be in the right spaces where you can continue to facilitate and deepen your healing work, your divine healing work, and cultivating more of a high vibrant energy around money. And also, I see you connecting with new spirit guides, right? Or new energies, new presences that are going to help you kind of move through. I see a lot of initiations, a lot of lessons, right? Great lessons, confirmation. I see you really evolving. Again, you have so much transformation that's awaiting you into your true self, into your soul's truest expression, highest expression. So putting yourself in situations where that's easily facilitated, situations that facilitate and welcome healing and introspection and spiritual evolution. I see you possibly going on spiritual retreats, or just having more of a spiritual practice, more of a connection to your higher self, more of a connection to your guides, maybe connecting with new guides that will help you expand your capacity to hold more and more wealth, more and more money. But doing more spiritual work is really going to, and again, this is general reading for, it's not for a private reading. So for many of you, spiritual work looks very different across the board. But I get that there'll be a deeper connection with the divine for you. That's going to really benefit more if you cultivate a deeper, more daily connection with the divine, your spirit guides, your higher self, God, whatever you want to call it. And allow yourself almost like a level of surrendering to lessons that need to be learned, right? That the universe has for you. Kind of like releasing how you think money needs to come in is going to allow you more of it to come to you. We also have I also see you like taking some sort of spiritual trip, some sort of spiritual retreat, or some sort of retreat that's good for your soul. It doesn't have to be spiritual in nature, but it will be a spiritual experience for you. This isn't something that's never necessarily like an ongoing thing, because this is about how do we protect and like maintain that positive energy, these cards. But I'm specifically getting the guidance for you, deck 4, that as this energy around money starts to shift for you, starts to flow more positively, I wouldn't be surprised if you have an opportunity for some travel that's going to really activate new lessons within you. And maybe that's where you kind of maybe find connection with new spirit guides or a deeper connection with the divine. And it'll also be quite a healing experience. But yeah, those are really, really powerful and important. But truly, also just finding more and more physical and virtual environments where you're around more high vibrational people around, especially around money. So again, the Wealth by Membership is a great place for this, but especially seeking out in-person things like that too. Again, that might be part of what leads you to doing a spiritual retreat of some sort, right? So let's pull, just see if there's any more guidance for you from our last deck here around protecting your energy. Once you've cleared that stagnant negative energy, you have to be protected or increase that positive flow in your life. We have the Courageous Peony. So we have multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. What a perfect card for you. Deck 4. This is all about letting your true self be seen, using your voice. Like, let yourself be seen. This isn't something, okay, so I get the guidance here. This isn't a one-time thing you do where it's like, you're like, oh, I spoke my truth once, or I did it once and I got that promotion, now I'm done. It's like, this is a lifestyle for you because you are multifaceted. You are unique in nature. You have so many gifts to share with this world. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. Continue to be, like, make almost your entire life an endeavor of how do I be more and more true to myself? And the more you do that, the more the money will flow. And the less negativity other people have around money will affect you. But if you do not keep that at the forefront of your mind, or at least make that kind of a way of being, of like making the goal be truest expression and fulfillment to who you truly are, rather than just money as the goal, and then the money can't flow. The money, I'm getting for you, the money is going to flow more and more as a byproduct. Deck 4, a byproduct of letting yourself be seen. The more you're seen as who you truly are, the more the money flows in your life. Wow. Really cool. That's so cool. Deck 4. Oh my gosh, activated areas. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. You might go take a trip to some ley lines, actually. To some sacred sites, to some power places. Trust where you are called to travel to, or what travel opportunities pop up that feel aligned to you, especially once you've started to be all of who you are and to trust yourself and let yourself be seen more and speak your truth. As you start to do those things and start to feel how you feel in the world and how you feel in your work and around money, you shift. And you start feeling more appreciated, like you're around people who appreciate you. So you start to feel that all move, and you maybe, let yourself be seen more. I see you being led to go somewhere sacred, on some sort of trip, some sort of vacation, some sort of retreat, or go somewhere you might not even know it's sacred, but it'll just feel like this pull in you to be like, yeah, I gotta go on this trip, or wow, this is such a great opportunity, I really want to go. You're going to have that inner pull. It's going to probably be in your sacral center. You might be a generator or MG in human design, if you know human design. If not, no worries about it, but you'll probably feel that intense, like, response in your gut, in your sacral, as soon as you hear about this opportunity to travel, or you get this idea. And it's like the universe is like, go, 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 go. If it feels aligned to you, go, because it's going to be such a completely transformational experience. And it's going to really help you shed those things that are keeping you from being, I just saw 22 to 33, some nice repeating numbers for you, deck 4. But you're going to, it's going to crack you wide open into being all of you. It's going to help you shed those things, those stories, those beliefs from others that have made you feel like you can't be all of you and that your gifts aren't that special. You are so unique. You are so special. Deck 4, you have such a gift, such a light to share with the world. I feel like this is your time. Like, you're about to, as soon as you start to own it, this is going to be your time. Like, you're going to step into your era. You're going to step into wild abundance, wild wealth in all senses of the word, not just financial, though that's part of it. You're just going to step into so much more, but it's like, it's really allowing yourself to fearlessly shine and be seen and not caring at all what other people think about you, and just shining so that the people who need you, the people who will appreciate you, the people who will lift you up and co-create with you can find you. And so that the opportunities can find you for the wealth you desire, so that money can come to you, so that you're open to receive it and receive it in a way that's truly affirming of who you are. I think that's incredibly beautiful. Deck 4. Money in this lifetime I'm getting is meant to be something that comes to you when you're being all of you, because it's a lesson that your soul is here to learn, is to be all of you, and the power of that and the impact of that and the divine magic of that and necessity of that. And the more that you do that in this lifetime, the more money is going to naturally flow for you. That's like almost like the reward in this lifetime, one of the rewards, right? But it's amazing how much you're going to grow in the next couple of years, I'm seeing, as you start to open up to this. Wow, I'm so excited for you. This is truly beautiful, truly divine, gorgeous energy that's surrounding you and ready to lift you up into more abundance and into more of all of you and all that fulfillment that you could ever want and love in your life. So wow, deck 4. Okay. Deck 4, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hear how these readings connect with you, and it means the world to me to read your comments. So do comment below if you feel called to. Don't be shy. I love seeing you share. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealthified membership so you can get access to our upcoming Money Negativity Detox Challenge, plus all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there in the membership. The link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so that you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, then the link for that is also the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I am giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders the deck. The link for that is also below. So, with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, deck 4, and I'll see you in another reading very soon. Bye.